everyone, welcome to our next Klara Markova colouring session. We have the Blackberry today. I love colouring blackberries, so I'm really excited to do this one with you. I'm just having a look and deciding. I think we're going to do it in a slightly different way to the blueberry. I'm going to actually start with the mulberry, which is quite a dark colour, and get going with that. What I'm going to do first is do a really light layer across the whole of our blackberry. I'm going to try and keep it as even as I can. Now we can choose different methods of colouring this. We could make it darker here where it's near the ground, or underneath, or we could colour each one separately, and that's what I'm going to do. Now Klara has marked again some dotty shading on each one, and I'm going to use that as a guide. So I'm going to stick this colour, this bit looks quite dark there. Would make sense for there to be extra colour underneath the leaves there. Now here we have a ground bit, and there extra dark. I'm going to go a bit lighter there. So I'm basically, it might be hard for you to see, I'm following the lines that she has put on each little circular shape. Now it might feel like a lot of work to do each one separately, but it's so much fun. But I love it. I just love colouring these, and this is a different method for me, so it's quite exciting to try something a little bit different. I have seen people colour in this style before when there weren't markings on things, and I've always wondered why, but now I'm doing it, I can see it looks quite interesting and gives the idea that there is light shining off the edge of each bit, whereas I normally don't. I normally make the light in the middle, so it's just really different and fun. Let's put it in there as well. There we go. So that is all those sort of bits emphasised, which is quite fun. Now I'm thinking that there would be shadow though between each circular section, and I want to mark that in. What are we using? We're using our mulberry, which is our darkest purple. I think I'm going to use a black, and what I'm going to do is mark in where I think there's more shadow. So under here, where we've already, it's not going to be massively hard. Hopefully you can see, just going at it quite gently. So I'm thinking behind here and around here. Under this one, think about which is overlapping which, pop a bit of shadow in. That bit hasn't been coloured. I've just picked up the mulberry again to give that a bit of colour. Under here. Sorry about the bang on the table, I'm trying to get used to it. My desk has got a leather top, so it doesn't make a noise. I'm still getting used to working in this room. So I'm just doing all those bits that would overlap, just a little bit. And what it does is it gives a bit of separation to each berry, each bit of the berry, I guess I should say. There we go. And what I'm actually going to do again now is darken each one up. I think they're a bit pale. So I'm just going to go over again, because I've put that shadow in, it sort of has, emphasised the dark and probably made it look a little too dark in some areas. So I'm thinking if I just go back over this with another layer, just darken it up a bit. I'm really only just going over the top of what I've done already. Now the white areas are very white still, so I could make them a bit darker, but I'm going to do this first and have a look and decide quite what to do. Gosh, it's getting hot in here today. I think if I do, that bit looks a bit white. If I do too much, it's going to eliminate the contrast. So I think I'm just going to do a little bit here and there, just so that it looks purple and not white, but not too much, so just a few strokes. There we are. It's fun. It's doing it in a very different way to how I normally do it. Now for the top, for the leaves and the stem, I usually do a sort of bluey colour. Just looking at what we've got here, I think I'm trying to use colours we haven't used as well. I'm going to use the Hooker's green. Now, I don't think it's very bluey in this set, but it will make a good base because it's quite dark. So I'm going to use it here and here, where it's marked out darker, like that, and in there. And now on these a little bit lighter, where they overlap. It's a nice colour, isn't it? A little bit here. Under here, look, it's going to be darker, yeah? And then a bit here. I'm not going to do anything fancy with the leaves really. I'm going to though use the Castle Green Deep to finish them off. I don't know if it's going to be a bit darker than the Hookers. We'll see when we do it, won't we? I'm trying to sort of bring that in so that you can see that that bit is lighter in the middle. I think you can. Looks like it's catching the light. And with the leaves to emphasise that dark area, I have gone over the top of it and then light towards the tips. So you can see a contrast in the colour. Oh, I feel thirsty again. I think it's the hot weather. Get a drink after this, I think, or else I'll get dehydrated. I've got some water. I should have brought it in here, but I didn't. I'm just making sure there's enough green without it, but with the contrast still showing, which is why I'm just fiddling a bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, I'm going to leave it like that. And normally I would do my Blackberry much darker, but I'm quite happy with it looking a little bit different. I think it's quite fun to try some different things, which is what I've done there. So I hope that was okay for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna go and say I hope you have a nice day. Enjoy it. I hope you get a little bit of colouring done, even if it's just 5 minutes, just a little bit. But thank you so much for watching and happy colouring.